Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here and welcome back to my channel. This video is part of Trinity Stamps' 4th birthday blog hop and I'm so excited to be a part of it. You can find all of the details for the blog hop on my blog and that is linked below for you in the description. Now for this first card, I'm using the super cute birthday shark, which obviously is perfect for their 4th birthday. And then I'm using the 6x9 waving hello stencil, which is not from the new release, but the birthday shark is. So I have a piece of white cardstock and I don't need a piece this large at all. But I thought, you know, I'm just gonna ink up the whole thing because I could always use this later. So I'm using some Simon Says Stamp, Seafoam, Surf, and Ocean to do this inking with the waving hello stencil. And this is a large stencil, so you could definitely get like a slimline card out of this, which I think is really fantastic. And I think you can even get you should be able to get a 5x7 out of this too. So really, I'm gonna say easy to use for all of your cards. I can't even think the word I was trying to come up with. So now I'm gonna come in with a little bit of a lighter color. I started with Ocean, then I did Surf, and then I'll come back over with Seafoam. I do want to say though, again, head over to my blog because they are giving away 2 $50 gift cards. So that's a lot of goodies if you win that. And you will have the list of where to go next and all that kind of good stuff for the blog hop. Okay, so I'm going to finish just kind of ink blending over that so it's not so stark white. Then I'm using Lawn Fawn's Just Stitching double rectangles, I think is what they're called. And then I'm also using a rectangle die from Spellbinders. I don't remember what it's called, but it is listed and linked below for you. So this is going to give a stitched edge to my rectangle. I'm doing this because I don't have a small rectangle like this that has a stitched edge. That's why I'm using 2 different items to create what I'm looking for. So I'm die cutting 3 of those because this is going to be a A2 size card, and we're going to make like I'm going to call it a mini scene card, but like really simple. So if scene cards really are overwhelming to you, I think this would probably be a perfect way to do this. Of course, I'm stamping the cute shark from the birthday shark stamp set. And then there's these little fishes that I'm stamping in royal ink from Simon Says Stamp. I didn't want them in black. I thought just some deeper blue fish would be cute. So I've got my Copic markers and I'm coloring that present. I did BG 11 and 13. And then of course I want to have a red balloon. I think I'm a little twisted because I feel like when you have a shark, you need to have a little bit of red in a lot of the times just to kind of, I don't know, make it look like, I don't know, that there's blood involved somehow, because I'm a little twisted when it comes to sharks. You guys know this about me because Shark Week is coming up in the middle of July, which I am super, super excited about. So now I'm going to color this shark. I've got the T7. I'm using the T colors. There's the grays that are in the T's, the C's, and the W's. And the C's are like a black gray. This is more of a tan gray, and then there's kind of the brown grays with the W's. So I like to use different things like that. So of course I'm laying down a light color, then my medium, or excuse me, my dark color, my medium, and then my light, and blending it out. I am using, I think, T3 and T1 here for the underside of the shark because I want that to be a little bit lighter. And I think this shark is really cute. I think it looks a bit menacing with those big old chompers, but at the same time he's happy. And the sentiments in the stamp set are so super cute, you guys. I do have a second card, so stick around to the end to see what I do with a second card. It's actually a 1-layer card, which those of you who follow me regularly know I don't really make 1-layer cards, but this is actually a true 1-layer card. So I'm going to finish coloring that guy, and I will use the coordinating dies to die cut them out, keeping the color scheme simple with the turquoise and the red, just some pops of color against that gray shark. So here are the coordinating dies. There's also coordinating dies for your sentiments, which you guys know I absolutely love. I just love a coordinating die for a sentiment. So here's the sentiment. It says, relax, ... I'm here for the cake, which I think is so cute and so clever. Super, super fun. And I'm going to stamp that in the royal ink as well, just to kind of bring that color in along with those other cute little fish. Here's that coordinating die. I'm going to tape that in place with my low tack tape and then run that through my die cut machine. Then we have all of the elements to get this card together. So I'm going to add some foam tape. I want to place my sentiment first so I know exactly how to lay out my little rectangles. This center one is going to be a little bit lower and adhered directly to my A2 size card panel. The two on the sides will have foam tape and be up a little bit more. I just thought visually it's going to add more interest rather than just lining them up straight next to each other, which I think is really beautiful too. But I did that and I just felt like this card needed a little something extra, so that's what I did. Foam tape behind the shark. So he's going to be the same height as the two side panels, but it totally works because that back panel is further behind. So I'm going to just place him here right in the center. And isn't he cute? And then we've got those little fish that we're going to pop those guys up with foam tape. Then we're going to bring in the Crystal Ball Dewdrop Baubles. These are so fun. These are from Trinity Stamps as well. And these just kind of completely finish the card. It makes it look like you've got tons of bubbles underneath because again, this is a simple card. I did want to add a few little, white gel pen details. You know how I like to do that. So I just added some gills to those little blue fish. I am going to add a black glaze pen to the eyes of that guy and to the eye and the nostril of the shark. And then again, that white gel pen on the shark and on the balloon. So I want to give the balloon a nice shiny area. So I'm going to do that. And then again, just a few little white highlights on the shark. And then let's bring in those Crystal Ball Dewdrop Baubles. They have white underneath, but when you put them on, it really does look like a crystal ball. But I feel like you could get away with these as far as dewdrops go, or bubbles, and I really liked the look that they gave. So I placed a few of those around, and then this card is completely finished. And isn't that so cute? What a cute little stamp set for their 4th birthday. So happy birthday, Trinity Stamps. All right, let's get going on this next one. This great large sentiment, Just Keep Swimming. I feel like I was able to do a 1-layer card because this sentiment was so large and I had fun coloring it. So again, it's an open sentiment, it's not solid. So I'm stamping it with black ink. We're going to use Copic markers again. And for the word swimming, I'm coming in with a black micro pen and I'm just freehanding some waves at the top. So don't judge me too harshly. They're not the best looking waves, but it totally did what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to color the bottom half underneath the waves like an ocean. Now I will say what I should have done was left the top part white so it's more of a contrast, because I ended up coloring it blue so it kind of looked like the sky. Now, like I said, I would have left it white, but I did add something at the end, which you guys will have to wait and see, that really kind of made that stand out and make it really look like water. So I'm using some darker teal colors. I'm coming back in with that, I think it says BG75, but you guys can probably see it on your screen better than I can. But I needed that to be a little bit darker because the original color I laid down first was not dark enough. So again, I'm just doing it like I color everything else, just blending, as you go, you start with a darker color and you go lighter and lighter. You're going to blend over that previous color before. So I'm ending here with that really light color. And I'm going to go back through this one more time because it's too many of like these straight lines of color, which you don't want. So like I said, I'm going to blend this one more time to get a really nice, good blend. And I think it turned out great. And this really was fun to color. Now I'm also going to bring in a stencil, and it's called the Summer School 6x6 stencil. That is not from the new release, but the Just Keep Swimming stamp set is from the new release. Now here is that blue that I'm coming in with. Like I said before, I wanted this to look like a sky, but you can kind of see it's just kind of blending in. So I really wish I would have left that alone. I don't hate it, but I wish I would have kind of left it alone. I think in person it looks a little bit different than on the video. Then I'm coming in with those light turquoise colors and adding some color to the bubbles, which are super, super fun. Now, like I said, I'm bringing in that stencil, and I really wanted this to be a super colorful card. So the fish from the stencil are going to be colorful. So I was kind of thinking, what colors do I want the fish to be? I kind of wanted it to start off with yellow and then orange and pink. That's why I decided to go with yellow on the Just Keep. So just blending it out with the dark at the bottom, light to the top. So when we come in now with the stencil, and there's 3 stencils in this, which I just absolutely love, but I'm going to use this stencil. I think this is perfect. I'm lining it up at the top of that sentiment, and I do want it to come down on part of, or on the side a little bit. I'm using my Waffle Flower mini stencil mat, and I'm just going to kind of tape it in place. I really don't want this to slide around. And I am using Simon Says Stamps Lemonade, Grapefruit, and Peony inks, and just a small blender brush. And there's nothing fancy here other than just kind of getting your little blend on and letting the colors overlap each other just a little bit. So like I said, this is a 1-layer card, and I think you really can get away with it. Oh, I struggle with 1-layer cards. So when I say get away with it, I think other people get away with it all the time, and I'm always like, gosh, I wish mine looked like that. But every time I try to make one, I always feel like I need to add some dimension. But I just didn't need to with this because I felt like there was a lot going on. So I did trim it down just slightly smaller than A2 size. I'm popping it up with foam tape on my white A2 size card base. And then now we're going to bring in some white gel pen. I am not going to add it to all of the fish, just some of it. Then we're going to come in with glossy accents, you guys. Oh, I love glossy accents. And I just barely recently started using it again because I totally forgot about using it. And I don't know why. But of course I'm doing this on all of the bubbles. And then I decided, because I have the top part of the word swimming blue and the bottom part water, I'm going to add it to the bottom part. And I feel like that really separated the waves from the sky. So I'm going to add the glossy accents, and I'm just using like a pen to push it up into those small areas where it can't get to. So like the points of the waves, and that just makes it totally perfect. So I'm going to finish up this letter here. And then this card is completely finished. Now remember, go head over to my blog so that way you guys can check out all the inspiration for Trinity Stamps. They have some really cute stuff, you guys, like super, super cute. So I hope that you guys liked this project. Thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. If you've liked everything you see, please subscribe to my channel, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and I'll be back with another video. Bye.